Hey everyone, we are back here with another paddle review. My name's Nick, I'm here at the Picklr. Today we are going to be going over the new Paddletek. So the four paddles we're going to be reviewing today is we got the Tempest Rain Pro V3, the Tempest Rain V3, the Tempest Wave V3, and finally the Tempest Wave Pro V3. We're going to be doing our normal rating system. That means we're going to be going over the control, the power, the construction, the feel, the balance, the sweet spot, and finally the X factor. So let's get into it. All right, so before we get into the specs and the rating system, we're just going to compare these real quick. Obviously, the main difference is going to be the shape. As you can tell, the Rain Pro does have a longer shape, and the Tempest Wave Pro is going to be more of a square shape. So if you look at them, you can tell that the thickness is different. The Pro is a thicker version, but other than that, the size and handle length is going to be exactly the same. Alrighty, so we're going to get into the specs for the Tempest Rain V3 and V3 Pro first. So first off, for the Pro, it's going to be priced at $209, while the regular V3 is only going to be $199. The average weight for the regular V3 is going to be 7.4 to 7.8 ounces, while the Pro's weight is 7.6 to 8 ounces. Both are going to have a similar length of 16.5 inches and a width of 7.5 inches. Their grip circumference and handle length are both the same, coming in at around 3.75 inches and 5.25 inches. The faces are going to have their new iced carbon fiber with permaspin technology. Their core is going to be an advanced high-grade carbon fiber polymer composite honeycomb. Finishing off with the thickness, the regular is going to be a 12.7 and the Rain V3 Pro is going to be 14.3 millimeters. So now we're going to get into the other paddle, the Wave V3 and V3 Pro. Just like the Rain, it's going to have the same price point at $209 for the Pro and $199 for the regular. The average weight is going to be similar as well, with the V3 being 7.4 to 7.8 ounces and the V3 Pro 7.6 to 8 ounces. The length is going to be 15.875 for both, and the width is going to be 8 inches for both. The grip circumference and handle length for both of the paddles is going to be 4.25 inches and 5.25 inches. Lastly, just like the Rain V3, the regular Tempest Wave V3 is going to be 12.7 millimeters and the V3 Pro is going to be 14.3 millimeters. Just like the Rain, the face is an iced carbon fiber with the permaspin technology, and the core is the advanced high-grade carbon fiber polymer composite honeycomb. Alrighty, so now we're going to be getting into the rating system for the Rain Pro V3 and just the regular Rain 3. So first, let's get into power. Obviously, because it is elongated, it does have a smaller sweet spot, giving it good power. Still not as much pop as some of the other paddles I've played with, so I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. In terms of control too, it does have a nice touch, but because that elongated, you do have a harder time hitting that soft shot, so I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. Let's get into the feel now. The grip is nice, you can tell it's high quality. The only problem I would say is it is a little short, so if you are someone who likes to do a two-handed backhand, you may not like the feel of this as much, so we're going to give it a 3 out of 5. Now let's go for the balance. Like I said, it is an elongated paddle. It does feel a little bit bottom heavy, but it does have a nice swing, so I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Now let's get into the construction. Overall, you can tell because it's from Paddletek, it is a nice quality paddle. Everything feels sturdy and nicely constructed, so we're going to give it a 4 out of 5. Now we're going to go into the sweet spot. It does have a nice sweet spot, but it is a little bit smaller, so if you're not an advanced player, it may be hard to be a little bit consistent with this paddle, so I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. The X factor for this paddle, I would have to say, is the length. You are going to be able to get a lot of reach from this, which is nice if you need that. Overall, I'm going to give this paddle about a 3.5 to 4 out of 5. Okay, so the difference, honestly, between these, you're not going to notice that much of a difference. The only thing is going to be the pop. Because this is a thinner paddle, it's going to come off faster. So if you want a little more pop, a little more speed, I would go for the Rain V3 over the Rain V3 Pro. Now we are going to be going over the Tempest Wave Pro and the regular V3. So let's start with power. Obviously, this is a more square paddle, so there's not a lot of power in it. So I'm going to give it about a 3 out of 5. In terms of control though, this is a very good control paddle. It's very big sweet spot, very forgiving. So I'm gonna have to give this one at least a 4.5 out of 5. Now let's go into the feel. I really like the feel of this one more than the Rain Pro. It feels a lot more balanced, a lot easier to swing through. So I'm gonna have to give it a 4 out of 5. Now let's go into the feel. The grip is the same as the Rain Pro. So like I said before, if you like a two-handed backhand, it is gonna be a little harder because it is a short handle. Let's go into construction now. Same thing as the Rain Pro, it is from Paddletek, so you already know it's gonna have really good construction. These paddles hold up pretty well. Everything's really nice quality, especially with that new carbon fiber. So we're gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. Now let's get into the sweet spot. This is probably one of the best paddles in sweet spot. As you can tell from that square, it's really nice and big, really forgiving. I would genuinely give this a 5 out of 5 if you want a paddle with a really good sweet spot. Okay, lastly, the X Factor. I think this is a really good just overall paddle for you trying to get into the market with a higher quality paddle. It's gonna be very forgiving, really nice, soft. If you really want to go for a control paddle, this is definitely the one I would go for. Overall, I would give this one, like the Rain Pro, a 4 out of 5. If you're looking for a control paddle, I would definitely suggest this. If you're wanting to go for a little more pop, a little more power, I would go for the Rain Pro. So they are very good if you're looking for the market for just a good average overall paddle. In my opinion, it's not gonna have the most spin like other paddles, and it's not gonna have the most power like other paddles, but in terms of just all around, this is gonna be a very good choice for you. You can get these paddles right now at thepicklrshop.com or click on the link below. We have great deals running all the time on our site, so be sure to check it out. Comment down below what paddle you want us to review next. We do check our comments frequently. As you can tell, I did get a haircut, so keep them coming. I love them, and we'll see you on the courts.